Sometimes a character is so nice you have to animate him twice. Easily Marvel Comics flagship character, Spider-Man got the double dip cream dream treatment with 2 animated series debuting on the same day for the same network with the same character designs but different casts. It's a Spider-Man double feature as we discuss the stories of 1981's Spider-Man and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends on Yesterdaze.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
69, dudes!
Well, there's your problem right there, Vern.
Hey, Willie.
Goonies never say die!
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I?
And knowing is half the battle.
Autobots, roll out. Thundercat.
Gordon's alive.
Oh, yeah!
It only takes a spark. It only takes a spark to start.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Yesterdaze. I am, of course, Derek, and I am joined by Dustin and Jason for week 2 of Make Mine Marvel Month.
You're still here. Yeah.
Well, that's your Bugaloo. Gentlemen, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I think.
The hell are you drinking right there?
That is a $2 tall boy of Smirnoff Ice Smash. Because we're going to talk about the Hulk, so I'm going to smash.
You're getting amped up for him to be discussed.
Hello, everyone. It's me,
month.
Jason. You buy that every week. Now, I know that you know that we don't talk about the Hulk every week.
In my mind, I do.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Hulk always there.
Hulk always in brain.
No, I found out 2 recording sessions ago. I grabbed one of these, and it rang up $1.99, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's a fucking
savings
bargain."
you can't argue with.
How many? Look at the fluid ounces. How many fluid ounces is that?
Is a 1 pint and 7.5 fluid ounces, 23.5.
23.5 fluid
Yes.
ounces. That's a lot of fluid ounces for. That's a big ass
And it's
Foster's Australian for beer.
8%.
Beer?
And it's 8%.
It also just
And
looks
it's
like a
strawberry
lot of
lemonade.
acid reflux.
So far, so good. But I'm also.
I got some Alka-Seltzer
I
with
got
me
the
if you need
I
it,
got
buddy.
the Miller Lite Tall
Oh,
Boys
even out,
after
okay.
it.
Smirnoff Ice. Now, is that a malted beverage? Is that right?
Yes.
Or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have Smirnoff vodka, and then pretty much everything else is a malted
That's a
beverage.
smash.
Strawberry and lemon.
They have other flavor profiles.
Remember when I was hard ass at 21? I was constantly drinking those fucking Smirnoff triple blacks.
I don't.
Oh, with those bottles?
Yeah,
Would you do the thing where you put a Jolly Rancher in your Smirnoff Ice?
I
No,
did it
she's
before
supposed
at a
to put
party.
Pop Rocks. It's not a Jolly Rancher.
Oh, sorry. My mistake, guys.
You're talking about blow gibbers.
Oh, that's not what we were talking about?
He's talking about a drink
Jolly
thing.
Rancher
Jolly Rancher
in a Smirnoff Ice.
at a out in the boonies bonfire thing.
Oh, I've
Like,
never
yeah,
heard of that. That must be an East Peoria, no shoes in the gymnasium type of thing.
Is that really what's that we're going to be known for now?
I don't think so.
We're just trying to preserve the wood.
Yeah.
Do you respect wood? That's what it comes
You
down
have to
The-
respect
the
the
answer for our
integrity.
junior high was yes, we
Yes.
To this day.
To this day.
We're using coasters for a reason.
Exactly.
It was ingrained upon you.
did. Pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing punch S over here.
Punch us.
There it is. Gentlemen, I just want to start by saying I love you. This is week 2.
Oh,
I'm
God.
really happy about it.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't have any banter holstered that I held back. Jason might have.
We love you too, and I will say
Hold on. If you're going to say it, I want you to mean it. I don't want you to say it because I didn't say it to hear it back. I said it so you know it.
I meant it. I'm sorry if it came off.
That's fine. I'm just making sure.
I do want to say that with each passing week, I will become less and less excited about the topics.
That's fine.
He still doesn't know which one we're doing, though.
Just this month.
I know. It's like a...
And I don't know what the topic is today.
Well, I said it at the top.
He wasn't paying attention.
I was
know.
thinking about something else. I was thinking about malted beverages.
Yeah? Which one in particular? You said
The kind where you get a blowjob from it.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
Dustin was talking
Yeah.
about.
Fantastic.
It's a twofer.
Like this episode, we're talking about 2 different Spider-Man shows that came out
There you go.
at the same time. That's how
There
you
you
segue.
go.
We're batting 1,000 here at the top of season 3. Let's just jump into it, shall we? Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends are 2 Marvel productions created for NBC's Saturday morning lineup, both making their debut on September 12th of 1981. We have seen these before.
I was almost born.
You were almost born. You were ready to pop. Both of you were about ready to pop.
I should have been born like a week later.
Should have been born.
Should have been born, but I stayed in the womb. It was nice and warm.
You stayed
Come
longer
on,
to
Wanted
the
me
fold.
gone. Not like aborted gone, but like out.
Get out of my
Yeah,
Get out of my cooch.
I was overcooked.
You stayed in too long.
I did.
He came out with a full set of teeth. Bit the doctor.
Should have been born in September. I'd be a full month older than you.
Do you remember that time that
But
Dustin
you know
should have
what?
been born
I kind
in
of like
September?
10-4.
10-4, good buddy, is a great birthday for you.
It's a good month.
It's a good month. You're
And it's
both
something
born.
to aspire to be.
You're both born in October.
Right.
I was still growing inside the belly.
You're a zygote.
I was like the size of a fist or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would be born on Bob Saget's birthday. No, we've had this. I don't
Bob
know.
Saget, he was the narrator of How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, that's a
Was
good show,
indeed.
guys. Isn't that a good show?
Isn't it? You know what?
What does UNICEF stand for? Any idea?
Do you want to just stop doing this show and just turn on some How I Met Your Mother?
Jason and
Maybe.
I have just now woven in 3 answers to trivia questions that Lindsay has for her trivia hosting tonight. They've happened somewhat organically, but we may be trying to force them
I
in.
felt like we were going to start talking about UNICEF anyway.
You overshot it with
He makes a
UNICEF.
fair point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of strange things have come up organically.
Dustin was
tonight.
convinced that the C in UNICEF stood for colored. It does not.
I thought it was like the NAACP.
You dumb bastard!
I thought they worked together.
Oh, oh, fuck me! That's awesome. Oh, I'm very amused. Your number one song, "Endless Love" by Lionel Richie and Diana Ross. We've had this on here before.
Yeah, as heard on Happy Gilmore.
Bringo. Number one movie.
The real ones, no.
The real ones, no.
I can't wait for Happy Gilmore 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
You know what? It's never not funny.
Never.
Electric
ever.
Boogaloo.
Never, ever.
Don't ever lose it.
Nope.
Can you believe they're making a sequel, though, to Happy Gilmore?
When you
I
first
thought it
said
was a
that, I
joke.
thought you were joking.
It's a real thing.
Huh. Is this the contractual obligation end of the Netflix contract?
I think if Netflix keeps coming to Sandler and be like,
Here's
hey,
a fuck ton of money.
remember when we gave you $225 million to make like 6 movies? And I'm like, yeah, I remember that. And he's like, you want to do it again? He's like, yeah, fucking every time you ask me, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You know the one I want to see? The Wedding Singer that takes place in the 2000s where Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore are married.
And they're like doing duets at weddings and stuff.
Julia and Robbie.
Or maybe they
together.
have like he had a music career and now he just has a successful, DJing business.
Let's see those 2 kids again. They got good chemistry.
Yeah.
I don't think Adam Sandler's movies would do well in the theater anymore, but they
No.
do really well for people who just want to sit at home and watch Netflix. There's a reason they keep giving him those deals.
Yeah.
So he's on to something. He's fucking. He might be the first Netflix millionaire as far as like content creator.
Good for him.
Yeah,
The Sandman.
I'll watch Happy Gilmore. He's made a bunch of movies for Netflix. I have not seen almost all.
I saw the Hubie Halloween.
I've seen a lot
I
of
didn't see that one. I didn't see like The Cobbler or
It was
like,
okay.
Oh, yeah,
or
that.
Murder Mystery
Cobb-
1 or 2.
Okay, Murder Mysteries are decent.
I didn't see
and
that.
Jennifer Aniston's pretty solid. The Cobbler was better than it should have been.
I didn't see like Sandy Wexler.
That one I haven't seen.
Guy to the Stars or something, whatever.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
I've really not seen almost any
His
of them.
basketball drama, that was a good one where he plays
totally forgot about that
a
one.
coach and he goes over to Europe and stuff. Like that was
Was
good.
Uncut Gems part of that deal?
No, that was
Uncut
I think
Gems was in the theater. I saw it.
Oh, it was in the theater.
Yeah, that was a theatrical.
I
That
did
was a
see
white
it.
knuckle thrill ride.
I saw it, but for some reason I was like, I don't think this is part of this Netflix Sandler deal, and it wasn't apparently.
Legit, that is a movie I went and saw, and I was like, "So this is what cocaine must feel like." Like that was how I felt, and I was
you
like,
just felt like you were
out of everything I know,
riding white.
this is what being.
white
on
I think they
cocaine
got Guinness
feels
on the
like.
phone. They're like, bring me the longest bow on a violin, and that's that whole movie is just slowly dragging the bow across a violin to create that tension. The whole movie, the soundtrack is just ripping your fingernails out.
Really?
It's a great movie.
It's
though.
not bad. I like it.
Yeah.
I own it on Blu-ray, but I think
It's-
it's on Netflix.
It's
I
been
have
on
it
my,
on
It's been on my
VHS.
list for the longest time to check out. No, your number one movie. This was Raiders of the Lost Ark, and this is its third stint at number one since its debut.
Dustin was convinced that the C in UNICEF. Oh, I'm sorry. He was convinced that Raiders of the Lost Ark, they were looking for the Holy Grail. That was earlier tonight before he got here.
Wait, are you serious?
That was another trivia.
We got a lot of shit done before he got here.
Oh my god!
We went through the whole trivia thing, and I got the Holy Grail and the Ark of the
Yeah,
Covenant
yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
I'll own it.
No, it got bumped. This is its third stint at number one since its debut on June 12th. It would get bumped by Arthur.
The original, not the Russell Brand.
Yes.
Was it finally cirrhosis of the liver that claimed Dudley Moore?
I think it had to have been.
Probably.
That or his liver just said, deuces,
And like farted out his belly
and
button?
just slid right out of him.
Cirrhosis is when your liver becomes hardened. Is that right?
I think so.
And
It's a hardening of
doesn't
the
operate?
liver.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, just kind of turns into liver jerky inside of you.
Better have another drink real quick.
Let me run a couple more pints through it. Oh my goodness. So, if you wade into the waters of nostalgia and geekdom, you should be aware of the history and origins of Spider-Man, the character. So, we don't need to dive into that.
We don't.
But both of these shows...
These cartoons don't either, do they?
I know, and I love that.
Yeah, figure it out, man.
Yeah, you know what it is. Come on now. Come on, Corn Pop. You know who Spider-Man's is.
It's Fat. Come on, Fat.
Come on.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Both of these shows feature the Peter Parker and Spider-Man we most associate with the 70s, where he is trying to balance his responsibility as Spider-Man, collegiate goals, and his duties as a photographer at the Daily Bugle, all while caring for his elderly aunt. We will start with the solo series, as it had a shorter shelf life and is not as well remembered as Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. So, Spider-Man features the adventures of Peter Parker as Spider-Man, battling various members of his rogues gallery, as well as villains from throughout the Marvel Universe, especially Dr. Doom. He shows up like 7 or 8 times.
Is he in the credits, too?
Yeah, and he's in the credits. So I don't know why Doom was like...
And it looks
pushed to
like
the
Robert
forefront.
Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Hey, same mask, different task. Am I right, guys?
I know he's like a huge deal as far as villains go.
Yeah.
I never really understood his power set, but I imagine that he would crush Spider-Man if it was a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, you would think. Or outwit him, at least. Excuse me. And we would also see various Marvel heroes popping in to help Spidey, such as Captain America, Namor, and even Kazar, the Marvel answer to Tarzan, more or less.
Kazar.
Kazar, he was in the Savage Land. He had the pet saber-tooth tiger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This show lasted one season of 26 episodes and featured a pretty extensive roster of voice actors, but most notable would be voice acting MVPs such as William Woodson as J. Jonah Jameson, Peter Cullen popped in to voice the Red Skull, Corey Burton, Brian Cummings, Mona Marshall, BJ Ward, Neil Ross as Norman Osborn, a role he would reprise for the 90s Spider-Man as well, and providing the voice for Spider-Man and Peter was Ted Schwartz. This is notable because he was not used in the companion series, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. As teased at the top, these shows share the same exact character models and designs. Peter is even dressed the same in both series.
How weird is this?
Yeah.
It is nuts.
And the series do not acknowledge each other.
No.
As to say they're not in the same universe.
No.
Even though
Is
they came
Aunt
out,
May in both of them, or just one?
Aunt May does pop up in both.
they came out the exact same time.
Same exact day. They're
should have
being
made
developed at the same time.
Aunt May should have been younger and hotter in one of them to see which one worked better.
Now, I grew up watching the Spider-Man from the early 90s.
One on Fox, yeah.
Yeah. And then Aunt May in that is old. But they repackaged her for the MCU as Marissa Tomei. And when I was growing up, I was like, Marissa Tomei's a piece of
You don't know what I'm saying.
Do you think young kids today that watch the new Spider-Man movies as young kids looked at Marissa Tomei and think, that's an old lady? Or do you think, like, that's a good-looking broad right there? How do you think she's received by the... Because we're old now. You guys and I...
All right, here's the thing. Marissa Tomei doesn't look that much different facially, like how she's aged compared.
She looks better, in my opinion.
If some of these young gentlemen are looking up MILFs,
right?
On
their searches,
if they're doing
they're going to get women that look very
search.
similar to Marissa Tomei. So, yeah, you told me.
I'm going to find some Rule 34 stuff on the Fox series, Aunt May.
Oh, could you?
And I'm going to send that to you guys.
Fantastic.
And we'll do some clutch cargo shit with that.
Gross. Oh goodness. No, here's something else that's here's something. The intro title card in animation is nearly identical.
Yeah, he stands at the top of the word Spider-Man, and he shoots the web out of each hand.
Slides right
and then
to the camera.
with friends, Iceman and Firestar are on either side of him.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
It's the same, yeah.
The background's slightly different. So in Spider-Man, it's just like a clear blue sky or whatever. In Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, they're all three on top of it. Firestar and Iceman are completely still, so it's probably just a still cell inserted on top of that. Each one has a different color behind them, and then underneath where it says Spider-Man, when it's panned out, it says "and His Amazing Friends." That is the only difference between those title cards.
Yeah, it's kind of hacky in a way. Like, if you're gonna have them be totally separate and not in the same universe, yeah, you got to change out the title sequence.
So that's why a lot of people think these are. It's never explicitly stated. Yes, these are in the same universe, but it's also never explicitly stated that they're not.
And there's more same day and they look the same. Of course,
if you're a kid watching this, they're connected.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very confusing.
In both series, he is a student at Empire University. He's a photographer for the Daily Planet.
588-2300
Empire
University.
He's a photographer for the Daily Bugle. He's caring for Aunt May, but in Amazing Friends, he has some buddies with him. Joining him are former X-Men members Iceman and Firestar, who are helping with the rent in their identities. Bobby Drink and Angelica Jones, fellow students at Empire University. A notable difference of this series is that it did have a basic premise as well as an origin episode and framework outside of the fact of Peter is Spider-Man and has adventures. So you had mentioned, we had all kind of mentioned it, like, yeah, the series just...
People know the origins.
You know who Spider-Man is, you know
now.
what his origin is.
Yeah.
Like, they're going into it, like, assuming if you're watching this, you know what this is all about. So in Spider-Man, just the singular solo series, it's just right into weekly adventures. In Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, they do have an origin episode.
It's not the pilot, though, because that's what I watched.
7 episodes in?
They're towards the end of the season, and yeah, they have an origin episode for each of them. Mm-hmm. But you said they're all going to Empire State. Which is fictional. Is Xavier's school not accredited? Because, like, I would have figured Bobby would have already.
Collegiate. That's
they didn't have a graduate program.
It's like a middle school.
It's middle school and
your mutant powers kick on like puberty, so it's like middle.
So it's
school,
like 6th grade through
they didn't
like
have
senior year.
Higher education.
No, sir.
I don't think so.
Come on now.
Is it ever mentioned in the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends? Does Iceman ever say, "Hey, I'm part of the X-Men"?
Yeah,
or I used to be.
He does get mentioned that they're an X-Men. The X-Men show up in an episode.
The originals. Yep, that's me. That's me. Iceman.
You're probably wondering how I got here. The original X-Men is Beast, Jean Grey, Iceman, Angel, and Cyclops.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the original 4.
5.
Charles in the chair.
I'm sorry, 5.
Charles in chair
of these kids.
Charles in chair. Now that's funny. Who shows up from the X-Men in the?
They have an episode where they go to the X Mansion.
Right.
And
who shows up from
it? Right. Jesus Christ. It is the draws heavily from the giant size X-Men team. So you had Cyclops was there, Storm was there, if I'm not mistaken, Nightcrawler.
Mohawk Storm?
No, not Mohawk Storm. That was later into the 80s. Colossus, Nightcrawler, and I think Dazzler
Comanche
and
Chief.
No.
You say Comanche Chief?
First of all, you're thinking of Apache Chief. And X-Men's Native American character.
Chickawaw Chief.
I like that I'm fucking with him that hard that he thinks I don't know what I'm doing.
I know.
Thunderbird, and I think Thunderbird did show up in this episode. Fucker. And Wolverine, brown and tan Wolverine, mind you.
I like that combo, by the way.
That's one of the best X teams.
That's a cool
Yeah.
looking outfit.
God.
For Wolverine.
I have a T-shirt of them.
Oh, you mean
brown and
specifically
tan?
the brown and tan costume? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Absolutely.
It's a good one.
That whole
was a
lineup
good
of the new X-Men, I've got a
Yeah,
classic
Yeah, you do.
X-Men shirt.
I think the only one missing from that roster, in my opinion, that really adds to the pop is Banshee. Banshee, just his look and design had a good deal of pop.
Yeah,
to him.
Banshee's on my shirt.
Yes.
He's cool.
I like Banshee.
I like when they brought him back for Generation X as one of the teachers of the new young kids coming in.
Yeah,
Failed pilot, wasn't it?
Which one?
there was a pilot
Generation
for Generation
X.
X.
Yes. Yeah. And
It was around the same time as Nick Fury shit.
and it's you're right. It's like mid '90s, and it's
Part of some development deal that was going on at the time.
it's surprisingly like dark. Like
It's very dark.
Generation X is. I think they dropped some F-bombs in there. Even it was weird. I didn't.
Matt Frewer's in it.
That's Mutant X, isn't it?
Oh,
No.
he's in one of them.
Matt Frewer is in Generation X. They did a Mutant X series, but it was like they optioned it, and they ended up changing it so much it looked almost nothing like the comic book. So it was just like title only. But I think Marvel still got like paid for it. And one of the lead actors in it was the guy who played Lex Luthor in Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman.
Whoa, boy, there's steam coming out of your ears.
He got there.
What just happened?
Comanche Chief.
He's stroked out.
Oh, Comanche Chief.
Warpath.
Giuseppe.
Oh, the Warpath was played by an Italian.
It's gonna
No.
get canceled.
Yep.
Disney's
No.
It's gonna
gonna
get canceled.
Disney Plus is
No.
taking it off.
They're gonna jerk that episode out, man.
Amazing Spider-Man's friends. Nope.
Nope. Time to go. Now, whereas Spider-Man was more of an Adventure of the Week series that picked up with Peter being a hero and trying to live his life, Amazing Friends features Spider-Man, Firestar, and Iceman becoming aware of one another's identities, teaming up to stop the Beetle, and having their room upgraded with super science tech for a cool secret lair as they become the Spider Friends. Now, that fucking lair.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second.
It's like Prohibition when a guy would press a lever.
Yeah,
and
you
all the
yeah.
booze
playing
gets-
hot jazz.
Go, cheese it. Remember the episode of The Simpsons
Yep.
when they did that?
Oh, there's a lot of gears down there. They hurt.
Yeah, Barney gets caught in the gears. That's exactly what I was going to say.
And you jerk it out. Jerk it out. Shut up, hush your mouth. Can't you hear you talk too loud? No, I can't hear nothing 'cause I got my head up in the clouds. I bite off anything that I can chew. I'm chasing cars up and down the avenue, but that's okay. 'Cause it's easy once you know all is done. You can't stop now, it's already begun. You feel it running through your bones, and you jerk it out.
something. What kind of pet store plays hot jazz at 2 o'clock in the morning? The best damn pet shop in town.
Yeah, like nothing is disturbed as it,
No.
was hanging upside down,
Yeah. Oh, this Hulk poster's gonna turn around, and here's a map of the city. Here's okay. Again, when you're a kid, and that's when I first
It's
saw
the
this.
coolest shit you've ever
It's
seen.
the coolest fucking thing
Yeah,
ever.
especially if they can turn it into a toy play set.
But
Hell
realistically,
yeah.
Aunt May's taking a shit, and all of a sudden, there's a particle accelerator in the bathroom.
Peter, what the hell is going on?
I told you I was combing my hair. May!
I wasn't tossing off ever.
What is that from?
Weird Science. Any chance I get to scream like Michael Anthony Hall, I'm gonna take it because I feel like I'm pretty good at it. Joining them is Miss Lion, Angelica's Laza Opso, who becomes Aunt May's perennial
dog,
companion.
right?
It is a dog. Sharpay's my favorite dog.
I'm Brown Fellow.
I'm Brian Fellow.
I'm Brian Fellows. We have two very special animal guests for you tonight. Both are hairy and have teeth. Please welcome my first guest, a beaver. And who are you?
Well, I'm Patrick McGrath, and I work with North American mammals at the Bronx Zoo.
I'm Brian Fellows. So what's up with that beaver? He seems snotty.
Oh, well, no, Javier here is far from snotty. He's a hard-working little rodent. An adult beaver like Javier can chew through 400 pounds of timber in a single day.
So what does he do with all the wood he steals?
Well, beavers make lodges. The world's largest beaver lodge in Alberta, Canada, is 850 yards long and can be seen from space.
That's crazy.
I know, right? And beavers are definitely the builders of the animal world.
I'm Brian Fellows.
Yes, I know.
The trio take on many adventures together over the course of 3 seasons consisting of only 24 episodes. I found this very strange. So season 1 is 13 episodes. Season 2 is 3 new episodes. Season 3, 8 new episodes.
Was there a writer's strike?
I don't think
I feel
so.
this show could have survived without a writer, kind of.
Probably.
But...
He could have gotten by.
Did you watch an episode of both of these?
Yeah, I watched the origin story of Iceman. Because
Okay.
Bobby Drake.
You're a Bobby Drake man.
Iceman was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It was incorporated into my first Hotmail email address when the internet was new, and so was I to the wonders of the World Wide Web.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine
So
was
I was
Movie 82 at Hotmail.
I was Iceman 1004 because I wanted Iceman 11, but there had already been 11 people that had the same thought as me with the Iceman connection. So they were like, "Hey, you got 10/4 is your birthday. You can be Iceman
10/4, good buddy."
So that's what I was.
So you watched that of
I watched that
Amazing
one.
Friends.
Yes, he made
What
ice
did you
at
watch
a frat
any
party.
Frat party. Did you watch anything of the singular Spider-Man series?
Yes. I can look up what episode it was.
If you describe it, I might be able to nail it.
No, I'm going to have to look it up.
Fair enough. Jay, what about you?
Of the Solo series, I watched the first episode, and it was Dr. Octopus. He was fighting Dr. Octopus. And Dr. Octopus had impossibly long tentacles.
Yes.
I'm talking, no joke, 200 feet. Like, he stood at the top of a building, went into a vent, and was just navigating through this whole building to steal like a ruby. I think Dr. Octopus was trying to control like an oil supply or something.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I know what
It's
was.
great for a
I
kid
watched.
adventure.
I watched episode 5 from October 10th, 1981. It was the first episode that aired after I was born.
Okay.
And it's called The Sandman is Coming. The Sandman is a-coming. And it's about the Sandman. He's trying to take like these things. I can't remember. It wasn't good. It was something Sandman had no business being involved in. It was like international espionage.
Oh,
And
yeah,
Sandman's
that's way above his pay grade.
I'm gonna take these documents and
I always
Leave him at
liked
Mar-a-Lago?
Sandman, but like his power never made sense to me.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, is he seeing out of his eyes? Is he one with the, like, he's not
I always
recreating
felt
his,
like-
he's just sand. Where is his sentiency?
Oh, soil samples from Mars. That's what it was.
Soil
Why
samples
does
from
he?
Mars, of course.
He's like, if I get this soil from Mars, I'm going to get new powers because I'm the Sandman. I think that was his whole theory.
He was
think
trying to
you're dead on.
incorporate otherworldly sand
Yes.
into his being.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Turns out it just gave him cancer.
I watched
Real son of a bitch.
also the pilot for Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Okay.
Here's two things I took away from that.
Okay.
It's like Halloween or something,
Yeah.
and they're all going to a party, and you have all these three characters: Firestorm, Iceman, and Spider-Man. They all dress like different superheroes.
Yeah.
And they go to this party, and everyone's dressed like superheroes. And they're like, "Oh, look, everyone."
So super time.
Well, they're like, so obviously this is a world where all these superheroes exist. I accept that. But one of them says something like, "Look, they're all dressed like comic characters." And I'm like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
We know that you're comic book characters, the viewers, but you are living in a world where
these are real to
you. Are those are real people with powers and stuff. That didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, I think on occasion they've done this in the comics as well. These characters are all real characters, but their adventures will also be published.
They touch on that with Logan.
Yeah.
And with Hugh Jackman, like the little kid mutants read the comics and they believe what they're saying to be true, and they use those as like a guide to help them.
Yeah.
But that's never like expressed in this. So to me, it felt like it was a someone wrote
Somebody
a shitty
screwed up,
line.
and they didn't catch it in editing.
Yeah.
So that's what that reads as.
That is exactly what it is.
And then the other thing was Spider-Man's there, and like some guys dressed as the Green Goblin are suspended from wires flying across the ceiling, and his spider sense doesn't go off. But he's like, hold on a second. I know these guys are fake, but my spider sense is being turned on from something else.
Yeah, it was.
And then a lady comes up behind him and she's like, whatever you're doing is turning me on. I'm like, I think this is not for kids. this big busty broad is like fully hitting on Spider-Man, saying the phrase being turned on.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this doesn't seem right either.
This is a college party. She was DTF.
Who wrote this 90-second portion of the show?
Well, Christy Marks of G.I. Joe and Gem fame, she was a writer on
Famous
the
horn
series.
dog.
So, yeah, maybe she was just working out some shit.
Those are my two big takeaways from that
Two
episode.
takeaways?
Big ones.
Big ones. Now, along the way, we are also treated to many appearances from numerous Marvel mainstays, such as returning champs Cap and Namor, as well as Iron Man. He is who supplied them with their super secret lair and cocaine. Doctor Strange, the Black Knight, shows up. Shauna, the She-Devil.
The Martin Lawrence character?
No.
Big Mama's Night?
Big Mama's Night.
Didn't he play? Wasn't that a movie?
Big Mama's Night, Bad Boys. Yeah.
Yeah, Black Knight was. He got like transported back to medieval times.
It was like a kid in King Arthur's court.
It's like the movie studios knew exactly what the public wanted.
Exactly what we wanted.
That was the bringing down the house of that year.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The taxi of its year. And as stated, also the X-Men. The Incredible Hulk would even feature in an episode that would act as a successful backdoor pilot for his own animated series. The Toon was notable for having several original characters for the show, including a mutant shield agent named Lightwave, a.k.a. Aurora Dante, who was Bobby's half-sister, and Firestar herself. She was an original creation for the show. So
that's cool.
Little history, if you will. Oh, yes.
Wasn't it originally going to be a different character?
Yes,
of
it was.
Firestar?
It was going to be Comanche Chief.
It was going to be Comanche Chief.
I do love Comanche Chief.
Yes. Love him. Love the guy. Love him.
I watched the episode where he opened that casino.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. It was a very good episode. Now, Firestar was an original creation as NBC and the creators wanted Spidey to be partnered with a fire and ice team and were originally developing the series to revolve around Spidey, Iceman, and the Human Torch.
Oh, right. But there was a rights issue, right?
kind of a dumbass.
Human rights?
It's
Human rights. We need to get
It's a human rights
UNICEF
violation.
involved to help. What's the C stand for again?
Children's.
Children.
It's not the other word.
Oh, okay.
That Dustin swears it is.
He swore it was. He was that stalwart about it.
He was.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He was adamantium.
Adamantium about it.
Adamant.
Yep. Adamant. Adam Z about it. No, it was supposed to have the Human Torch. However, in the 1970s, Stan Lee brokered a deal that would see a push to develop several Marvel characters into various projects. And these would all have varying degrees of success, you could say. They included the Japanese Spider-Man, which that's very interesting because the Japanese Spider-Man kicked off the Super Sentai craze over there.
Does his mask look the same? How do you know he's a Japanese Spider-Man and not just regular Spider-Man?
Because it's Spiderman.
Spider-Man キラリと光る光の目 Spider-Man 安らぎ捨ててすべてを捨てて悪を追って空かける Change the apart 君はなぜ君はなぜ戦い続けるのか命をかけて一筋に無敵の男スパイダーマン Spider-Man
Real name. Real word.
Okay.
Over there.
Those Sony Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movies?
He does show up in there.
I was going to say,
not?
I bet every Spider-Man that's ever made it to a comic book has showed up at the very least in the background of those.
Oh,
Easter
absolutely.
eggs galore.
Yeah, they went full hog on those.
Well, and here's another thing about that show. So he had that Japanese Spider-Man was the template for what would come for Super Sentai. Super Sentai is what gave us here in America Power Rangers and shit. He had a giant robot called the Apardon. Which, why would Spider-Man have a giant robot? Well, in Japan, he's going to have a giant robot.
Why would Japanese Captain America have a motorcycle? You know,
I don't know. You tell me. If you may recall this, because I don't know if you stuck around with the show until the very end, the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. Kind of the way they ended that 5th season was almost like an Into the Spider-Verse kind of thing. And there is a universe where Spider-Man is highly successful. He did stop the burglar. He's kind of an asshole. He's super rich. He has the
burglar
spider
is what
armor.
the guy who killed Ben?
Yeah.
Uncle Ben?
Yeah.
He has the spider armor, that silver and black, and he has a giant robot. The inspiration from that was the Japanese Spider-Man show. But what's interesting is it led to things like Sun Vulcan and all the different Super Sentai series. Around this same time, Stan Lee was fascinated with these shows and thought they would work really well over here in the States and pushed to try to get Sun Vulcan over here, one of the first Super Sentai series. That never came to fruition. Nobody bit at it. They thought it was a bad idea. Well, then flash forward to the 90s, Saban Entertainment, and I think this was also spearheaded by Margaret Loesch, because I think at this time she might have been working with them, which she has a history with Marvel Productions and Marvel Animation. Super Sentai starts being brought to the U.S. and rebranded as Power Rangers. So it's just that's an interesting little. I don't know if the right term is.
Stan Lee could have had Power Rangers.
Well, it shows the foresight that he had. Like he saw, like, hey, no, you can bring this over here. This will be a hit, and everybody in like the early '80s like, no, this is a terrible idea. About we're in like 7th grade, so 11 years later. They bring it out, or bring it over here 11, 12 years later. So,
wow.
what could have been. But anyways, I just thought that was an interesting little factoid. But no, you also were treated to CBS's The Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man live-action series. It would also lead to the creation of, I believe there were 2 of them, pilot films related to Captain America, the motorcycle ride one with the clear shield and the ridiculous motorcycle helmet.
Looks garbage.
Yeah. It also gave us the Doctor Strange pilot with Jessica Walters and her dirty pillows.
Spider-Woman?
Is that late 70s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also led to the Human Torch not being available due to a licensing right.
Flame off.
Yeah, flame off indeed.
It's better having a lady in there anyway.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's way better dynamic. It added more tension to things. It made for more interesting storytelling. But no, at the time, Universal had optioned him to be in his own film. This prevented him from being used for Amazing Friends, the same way it prevented him from being used for the oft bemoaned, and as we mentioned at the top of this month, the new Fantastic Four, which was also from DeBatty Freeling Studios in 1978, a year ahead of Spider-Woman. And that's what gave us that ridiculous robot, Herbie.
Wait, so Human Torch isn't in that?
No.
Human Torch isn't in a Fantastic Four property?
He sure isn't.
Go ahead.
You got it. With the pieces set and a very Super Friends
Torch, you got it.
What was the Talk Boy drop?
Oh my God! Hi kids, we're home early.
That one.
What the fuck? I forgot about that commercial. I'm listening to it.
I remembered that commercial as soon as he.
Yeah.
Hi kids, we're home
Like
early.
that would fool any teen.
Like, oh my God! As a kid, I'm sitting there thinking, like, oh God, my parents are home. I'm like, oh no, someone broke into the house and they're going to turn me into a skin suit.
That commercial immediately came back to me.
Stop drilling on me.
Yeah.
Home early.
But no, this is the series that would manage to kind of stick with people more so over the decades. I will say one carryover from Spider-Man, the solo cartoon, in regards to voice talent, would be William Woodson once again voicing Jameson. So Jay Jonah, he is voiced by the same guy, both series. Neil Ross would also drop by Amazing Friends, but this time he would voice Cyclops.
Just, I don't understand. If you're gonna have one do the same voice, it doesn't make sense.
It's
hurting my mind.
It's hurting my brain. Notable voice acting MVPs included George DeCenzo, Susan Blue, Christopher Collins, and so many more. Leading the cast would be the omnipresent Frank Welker as Bobby Drake Iceman, Kathy Garver as Angelica Jones Firestar, and filling the role of Peter Parker, Spider-Man, was Dan Gilvezan.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Charmed, I'm sure. Well, of course. I'm Dan Gilvezan.
Oh, hello.
Okay, so, Gil, so I looked over your chart. And
Of course, I'm Gil Faison. I'm George St. Geegland, his associate.
So I looked over your chart, and you have mercury poisoning.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's terrible. You have high levels of mercury in your blood, which is a very toxic poison.
And that's what Freddie Mercury died of?
No, he died of AIDS.
Right, he was poisoned by it, so it was mercury's poisoning.
No,
I mean,
actually.
we're saying the same thing.
Can I ask you about some of your symptoms? Are you feeling fatigue?
Yeah.
Muscle weakness?
Yeah.
Okay, any peeling skin?
Yeah, it peels right off. Like wallpaper.
Well, these are all the symptoms of mercury poisoning, so...
I don't understand how you could have this. You just got a clean bill of health.
Yeah, I just went to a doctor's checkup.
Who's the physician?
Oh, about a month ago, I saw Dr. Wang.
Lou Wang.
Yeah.
Is that your primary physician?
He was the primary suspect in a botched C-section.
Yeah.
So he didn't do any blood work or anything?
Lou Wang?
No. He was waving a gun around and screaming, race riot this, race riot that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prescribe a supplement for you of selenium, and then I would recommend that you stop eating all fish.
I mean, I eat a little bit of tuna fish.
Occasionally tuna fish.
Like occasionally.
Okay, occasionally. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't have more than 3 dollops of tuna, per meal.
2-3 ice cream scoopers worth?
Yeah, I mean, about a handful is 1 dollop.
You have 3 meals of tuna fish per day.
You gotta eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, don't you?
3 squares, or rounds if you're talking about tuna dollops.
Okay.
I don't think we've been eating too much tuna.
Okay. I recommend that you should really stop eating tuna altogether.
I don't think that's too much tuna.
Well, It is.
I've been eating too much tuna.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what could this be?
What is this?
What's this?
What is the meaning of this?
What's that?
It's a very old sandwich.
You've just been pranked.
You idiot. You stupid bitch. There's a sandwich on your desk now. Too much tuna.
I was quite proud of myself with that.
That was true.
That was in our
terrific,
text
my
chain
friend.
today. Yeah, good job. I love Oh Hello.
Yeah, it's great.
I love that.
Any excuse to put those guys
Yeah.
in?
I don't blame
I'm
you.
taking it.
I don't blame you at all.
With bloopers, pickers, and practical jokes.
I was scrolling through IMDb and I was like, "Wait, what's his name?"
You saw that.
That's what I heard in my head.
Yeah.
John
Kill my
Ben
son.
Shore. Ashram Kutch's Pracht. Out of the two Spider-Man, Dan is my preferred one. Dan has the better presence behind the mic, I feel. It's more Spidey. You know what I mean?
Which series was that?
That was Amazing Friends.
Okay.
Now, as far as, why is there a difference? Who's to say? I could not find anything that specifically said, we went this way with this show and this way with this show with these cast members because of these reasons. The only thing I can surmise is you have two things being produced at the same time. This comes down to people scheduling. So it's like, okay, well, Dan can voice it over here, but he can't voice. So we're going to have a different Spider-Man. Woodson is available. He can voice Jameson on both. That's the only thing I can think of.
That information's got to be... Someone has to have that info.
Somebody out there has it. It's just, has it been put out there in the Geist, as it were?
Weird. Yeah, it's
I've
weird.
never come across it, but your likely culprit is people's schedules.
Yeah, maybe
and
so.
production schedules with this. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, oh my damn, oh my goodness, they're going ham. Oh my goodness, oh my damn, oh my goodness, they're going ham. This is how bacon is supposed to be. The fries, they blend so perfectly. The cheese up in here is going ham. Damn, damn, damn. I wish you could smell what I'm smelling. You bite the fry bites back, my man. Damn, damn, damn. Crispy crunch. Damn. Look at the bacon. Damn. Get yourself that double cheeseburger. Damn, damn, damn. Get a grocery bag. Damn. The cheese is oozing. Damn. Let's do this. Damn, damn, damn.
Oh my goodness. Now, what is certain to many, and we kind of hinted at it as we were talking about it, was that these shows take place in the same universe. Again, it's not explicitly said, but you're led to that conclusion. Same character design, same outfit, same title sequence, more or less. It's not surprising that there are so many similarities, especially with the intro and the intro music, because it's done by the same guy. I believe his name is Johnny Douglas.
Shooky Levy.
Shooky Levy, no.
They were saying that Spider-Man was the big property and they wanted a lot of Spider-Man content, but
yes,
why overlap it like that? If you're going to have two different companies make a show, just, one season ends, give it a month off, keep those reruns coming, then start the new one. And just, you could have like 5 or 6 years of nonstop Spider-Man content. It's really weird to have a complete overlap.
It was strange that they decided we're going to do both at the same time. The only thing I can think of is, okay, well, we want to do an hour block.
I mean, they do it with the comics. How many fucking Spider-Man
Jesus
comics
Christ.
have there
You've
been
had
at one
Spider-Man,
time?
Amazing Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, Sensational Spider-Man.
Did they all interlock in
I mean, they
plot
would
lines?
do crossover storylines.
But not always.
Not always, hell no.
So, yeah, like, they kind of did it in print form because it was just like, I want more Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Content. One is not enough for me.
Yeah.
But all those
5.
would be canon, though, right?
They would be canon, yeah.
To the same universe.
It's like, how the fuck is he doing all of these things at the same time? There's only so many days in the month.
Yes. And sometimes it required them sitting down as a team. Like, this is the Spider team.
Sensational Spider-Man, that was a weaker one.
Yeah, Sensational.
That was your bottom tier.
Was that bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go amazing.
Somebody was, if you want to.
That's the top of
Bang
the
for
heap.
Buck was amazing.
Then Ultimate. Ultimate was a pretty
Superior
good
Spider-Man?
one.
Well, I'm talking about like OG back in like.
OG. Okay.
Superior is okay.
70s into the 80s.
There's a lot
Superior
of them, and
was
I
like
read most.
2000s, but yeah, Jesus Christ! I think at one point in time it was like Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man. That was the title.
Yep.
Web of Spider-Man and Sensational Spider-Man. You have 4 going at the same time, and I don't know how many issues this ran, but this kicked off Maximum Carnage, Spider-Man Unlimited.
Yeah, I was going to say that one was in there too.
You had
and then
some shit.
Fast forward another decade, and there's a whole bunch of other
Yeah,
ones
then you have the
involved.
Ultimate Universe and all that other shit.
That
so.
brought us Miles Morales.
I mean, it's understandable why he's the flagship character. Like, you put him front and fucking center. But no, it is widely accepted that these take place in the same universe. It's just never explicitly stated.
Suspension of disbelief on the children.
Excuse me. And stated the shows were created for NBC, and they followed a style that really, I don't know if you guys ever came across it much, but the 70s comic strip, it followed that style and character model a little bit more. So, like, Peter looks a little cooler. He's not as geeky and like sweater vest with a tie and glasses and like the crew cut. No, he's got like slightly more stylized hair. He's, collar, turtleneck under a denim jacket and flared jeans and shit. So looking a little cooler, akin to the late 70s and early 80s.
Like the Fonz.
Oh, that would be cool.
I'd
love to see Henry Winkler as Spider-Man. God,
is that what you want?
Yeah.
Now. He's an old Peter Parker in an alternate reality.
You know what? I could watch that. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd watch the shit out of that.
He's retired.
Earth X.
Yeah. He's retired.
Hell yes. Now, it is easy to see why everyone thought these productions were tied together, as the opening, as stated earlier, the opening title card sequences are nearly identical. The music it's not identical, but it's very similar. And it is composed by the fella I had mentioned, Johnny Douglas. But outside of the obvious difference in vocal leads, the only real difference between the shows was longevity, 1 season versus 3. So you had active new episodes on for 3 seasons with Amazing Friends. Spider-Man was just one and done. And now they would get packaged together for future programming blocks, but Amazing Friends was the only one churning out new content.
Yeah,
over the course
I
of
think
3
the
seasons.
addition of 2 other characters helped.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it drew it. You have Firestar, so little girls can get into it. You have 2 different guys to choose from for the boy. It made it a lot more compelling. You had a lot more to choose from as a kid.
Yeah.
Now, Spider-Man itself, not Amazing Friends. Spider-Man, there is some story there as to why that was created. That was created to launch the newly minted Marvel Productions that was born from the acquisition of DePatie Freeling Studios, as Spider-Man at the time had certainly become one of, if not the absolute flagship character for Marvel Comics at that time. Now, it should be noted that Amazing Friends, however, was not without its controversies. The 13th episode featuring
was all about abortion.
All about it.
Jeez.
It was a very special.
It's a hot topic back then.
Amazing Friends.
It wasn't even Bobby's.
No.
You think he was banging around the X mansion, knocked up some ex groupie,
Blast a couple of cubes in there, yeah.
Yeah. No, it wasn't him at all.
Nope.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Petey, you got to wrap that shit up,
was
man.
heavy.
Use your webs in a pinch.
Quick little flap.
Yeah.
Probably better than lambskin, right?
Oh, absolutely. A little more dependable. No, the 13th episode featuring the Red Skull, titled The Quest of the Red Skull, has seen some exclusion from syndication packages, as well as being scrubbed from Disney Plus due to depictions of Hitler, swastikas, and Heil
This is
Hitler being
Adolf
said.
Hitler, right?
Yeah, no, not Ralph Hitler.
Frank? Oh.
You both
know a different one?
You guys know
Who are
a
you talking about? I'm
Ralph
talking about
and a
Ralph
Frank Hitler?
You don't know Ralph Hitler?
No.
Oh.
I've heard of Adolf Hitler. He was
Okay.
the leader of the Third Reich.
He's a terrible man. Ralph, decent guy.
Okay. But it was which one was in the show that they
Adolf. It wasn't Ralph.
Right.
No.
The bad one.
I saw in
bad
the
one.
Secret Galaxy video, it was like a big headstone of a grave. It was a fucking swastika.
Yes, there was. Now, what's interesting is there you can get that episode if you purchase, because you can purchase episodes on Amazon Prime and through YouTube. They have the 13th episode.
You got to pay premium.
Yeah,
for that
pay
shit.
premium for that shit.
Yeah, anti-Semitism doesn't come for free.
It's not
Gotta
for free.
be a real
motherfucker.
sick fuck to watch that shit.
And you got to pay for it. Furthermore, the 3rd episode, Sunfire, had what has become standard Disney boilerplate warning parents and viewers of racially insensitive portrayals, as in the episode Japanese mutant hero Sunfire speaks English with a Japanese accent. Now, I have seen this boilerplate. It's not at the top of that episode anymore. It is, but you will see it at like the beginning of Peter Pan, for example. Can't imagine why. That episode in particular, I don't...
You're talking about the Disney cartoon Peter Pan with all their Native American imagery and stuff there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I got you.
Now, what's interesting to me, the sources I found, it said that it was because of Sunfire. Sunfire speaks totally fine. It's not any kind of like over-exaggerated Japanese accent.
Not Mickey Rooney.
It is no Breakfast at Tiffany's. However, if there was to be a silver medalist for a Mickey Rooney character, the villainous uncle in this episode, he is dressed like a samurai. This man is the owner of a company. He is an inventor of robotics. He is dressed as a samurai the whole fucking time, sandals and all, like barefoot
traditional
sandals.
14th century.
Traditional 14th century fucking samurai.
You got the top knot?
I don't know, because he's wearing the damn samurai helmet the whole time.
Okay. He's got the helmet in too?
Yeah, the headdress helmet thing with like everything. I mean, he is full blown.
I need a boilerplate for that.
And he has like a severe, my stupid nephew. Like, it's very like, whoa, okay.
You have to edit that out, Dustin.
No. Hey,
I don't know where the line is.
Season 3.
Leaving it in. He's loosey-goosey.
Season 3, it's all in.
It's all in. Loosey-goosey.
I just make my drops.
When I say I'm new boot goofing, motherfucker, I mean it.
All right.
That's his new phrase.
Whatever pills you're on, I'll take a couple.
They're tremendous. I recommend drinking with them.
Just give me one big one.
I'm on the honey bun. It's a hybrid strain.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I want to be on the honey bun.
Is it an actual honey bun or is it drugs?
No, I have to smoke it.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Damn, I thought it was a delicious
It's
pastry.
not an edible.
Fuck
Those
off.
take too long, and I can't control them.
Oh. No.
I kind of know what I'm
thank
working
you.
with the smokable.
Now, this did see some merch, kind of. You would see some branding, but not a whole lot. Even though it was an 80s property, the show wasn't designed. Neither show really was designed to sell any sort of toy lines. Though there was plenty of licensed material and products on the market with Spider-Man and other Marvel characters. There is a particular, I believe it's 70s, 80s Marvel lunchbox that's on my radar to try to get.
Oh, I had a coloring book for Spider-Man and His Amazing
Hell
Friends.
yeah.
It was great.
Oh,
My
hell yeah.
grandma got it for me, I think, in an Easter basket.
Yeah.
And I kept it at their house. So when I went to spend the night at Grandma and Grandpa's, I was coloring Spider-Mans and all of those
You're watching
guys.
Matlock. You're coloring in Firestar.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I was watching Tequila Sunrise.
Oh, of course, yes. There he is, just at the Peak Mall Cinema, coloring in a chair
that's
by
really
himself.
weird.
We went
because-
Morton.
Oh, you went Morton?
Yeah,
Okay.
they were outside Mackinac. So.
One
okay.
Easter, my parental grandparents gave me a Tequila Sunrise coloring book.
Oh, yeah?
Which is very odd.
Very good.
Graphic. Big boilerplate on the front.
Oh, I can only imagine. But no, there was, I mean, like Dustin said, coloring books. There was some licensed material, but no toy line. Instead, the show, like I had said earlier, was designed to sell, quote unquote, or raise awareness of Marvel Comics and its stable of characters. There would be, however, and I think you recently dropped this in an episode. I can't remember if my brain's conflating things. A Hardee's kids meal featuring a 3D theater.
Oh, I
no,
saw
I
that.
didn't drop that in, but it's in the Toy Galaxy.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember which
saw
one of you
that.
did it.
That Hardee's
kind of
meal,
cool.
It looked like I didn't know it was Hardee's at first. I saw the box and all the kids eating out of it, and I was like, "Oh, this is a McDonald's Happy Meal." No, Hardee's was ripping them off hardcore. But yeah, it was like a little strip that you'd run through the bottom of the box,
Or
right?
it's like through the other side.
Okay.
Because the other side had 3D glasses built into it. So you're holding a kids meal box.
Yeah.
And you're pulling a comic strip through, but it had 3D glasses built into it.
Kind of a cool idea.
Kind of neat. I mean,
Yeah.
a little goofy, but kind of cool.
New Boo Goofing.
New Boo Goofing, maybe in
all
season 3.
All I could think about when I was watching, I was like, I wonder if that's still out there. I wonder if someone's got one of those.
Somebody has to. There has to be a survivor out there. You also have to remember around this time, Spider-Man had a pretty, and most of these characters too, had a pretty strong presence on toy shelves because Mego's line of World's Greatest Superheroes figures were still going, and Spider-Man featured prominently.
Wasn't he
that.
in the secret? With who had the shields? All the characters had the shields.
That was Secret Wars.
Yeah,
that came out in 80. That was a toy line that came out in 84. So these shows came out in 81. Secret Wars wasn't out yet. That scale of action figures really, you had Star Wars. That was a bit. Maybe some other ones being imported, like Micronauts and stuff. But at the time, the big thing for superheroes, because the license hadn't moved on to anybody else, was that Mego, I think it was a 12-inch line of action figures. They had like a cloth uniform and stuff. Those were still in production. Those wouldn't go out of production until 1982.
They never went out of style.
That's very true.
But they didn't go out of production until Mego closed its doors due to bankruptcy in 1982. So when this is on, those figures are still out.
What the freak?
What the freak? But Mattel's Secret Wars is still like 3 years out. There was also a comic book adaptation of the episode you watched, Triumph of the Green Goblin. One singular issue of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. That was it.
As far as that's like canonically in their universe, right?
In their universe, yeah. That's the only comic specifically related to the series. Because, I mean, we've talked about this before, Star Comics and what have you, that would have comic books related to different cartoons at the time. And this wasn't the case. It was, I don't know if it was like a one-shot. It was just intended to be a one-shot, just to be out there on newsstands to get kids interested in it, and then they'd start watching the show, and then they'd gravitate towards other comic books, like standard issues of Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, it's your entry point. Now, the programs would stay in rotation and syndication in the early part of the 80s, even being packaged together, furthering the idea that this was one cohesive team making a one-hour show, simply featuring solo adventures for Spidey as a segment. In time, it would also go on to be packaged with 1982's The Incredible Hulk. Both Spider-Man series would go on to be packaged into a 90-minute block called Marvel Action Universe, a syndicated package that would also cycle in other Marvel productions such as RoboCop, Dino Riders, and the occasional viewing of the Pride of the X-Men pilot. Both.
I've heard of that.
Have you heard tell of that? Both series would see home releases on VHS, allowing many of us to discover it during weekend trips to Family Video and the like. These days, both series can be streamed at your leisure on Disney Plus, and individual episodes can be purchased on Amazon, Google Play, or YouTube. Various homages to Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends have made their way into modern comics and their continuity, and in the case of the Ultimate Universe, seeing a version of the Spider-Friends where the Human Torch is the Fire stand-in as opposed to Firestar. During the Spider-Verse storyline in Spider-Man comics, we would also see the universe-hopping villain Morlun kill a version of the Spider-Friends, not Super Friends. Super Friends.
Oh wow,
that's
a crossover.
Ooh.
That's an event.
Happened. Yeah.
A huge event. Now, speaking of Firestar, she would officially join the Marvel Universe proper in Uncanny X-Men number 193.
Good for her.
Yes, we wish her luck.
As we do all of, what's it called?
Firestars.
Yeah. Firestar.
Firestars. I am the Firestarter.
That's what I was thinking. I've been picturing Keith Flint like running his hands across his head.
Now, was Keith Flint balding, and he was just doing what he could with the side of his head?
That's my assumption.
Or was that a look that he was specifically going for?
I'm thinking the former, not the latter.
You think he was going bald, Duchess?
I don't know.
Ow.
That's a.
I think I called you Duchess instead of Punches.
Instead of Punches.
Duchess.
I went with it.
Oh, Duchess.
Yes.
My apologies.
I am the Duchess of Punches.
She would debut as one of Emma Frost's Hellions team members. Firestar would receive her own origin by way of a self-titled miniseries from March to June of '86. She would go on to become a founding member of the New Warriors, as well as becoming a member of the Avengers. A notable difference between her cartoon and comic versions would be a switch from fire-based powers to being able to manipulate microwave energy, the reason being that there were so many fire-based characters already. Within recent years, the team saw a special release from Hasbro in the form of a Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends 3-pack from Marvel Legends. I kind of want it.
Exclusively from Toys R Us.
No.
Luck.
No, I'm lying.
No,
I know that I'm wrong. And
No,
I
you
said
are.
it the opposite on purpose.
Hey.
Hey, loosey goosey, man. Loosey goosey. Come on.
I'm being loosey goosey.
Drop the J. Who fucking needs it?
Yeah, not this guy.
Jellicle is gone.
Bye, bitch. No, what you're thinking of, it wasn't specifically called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, but it was very, the articulation and stuff was modeled a lot after Marvel Legends. It was a 3-pack, but they were only in like a 4-inch scale, and it was a Toys R Us exclusive. And then I think about the same year that came out, Mary Jane won a voter's choice for Marvel Legends, and she came packaged with a Miss Lion figure.
Oh.
Like little PVC or some
dog.
shit. Yeah, that annoying ass little dog. But what I'm talking about was more recent. It's the 6-inch scale Marvel Legends figures, and like the box packaging and everything is branded, and iconography is made to look like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Like when they finish the intro and it's a green background with webbing and they're like running towards the camera.
Yeah.
It's meant to look like that. It is specifically modeled off of that and specifically says Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. So that's the one I want because that's the one for me.
Have your wife buy it for you.
I probably should.
She's in charge of
Christmas list.
She's in charge of all the money.
It ain't even Christmas yet.
That's a great question. What is on your Christmas list? Is it genuine?
I don't have a Christmas list this year. We've had some issues this year.
Returnia.
No.
Well,
$800 for a fucking water pump, and then last week
the car stuff. Yeah.
I didn't tell you guys about this. I blew out a fucking tire last Friday. Coming home from work, and it was damn near a brand new tire too. The tires on this
that's the
fucker
worst.
was great.
And then you had to buy 2 of them, right?
Well, no.
Could it be saved?
Because these were no. There's a hunk of metal ripped a hole in the tire. Like this
you can
big.
fix that.
Patch right up.
Well, Elmer's.
Little
Gorilla Glue. Yeah.
Use some of that Spider-Woman web shit.
We're mostly
venom those tires.
Just shoot it right around the corner. We're mostly just focusing on
love,
Henry, love, and we both kind of, because she's been stressing out about stuff.
They convinced Henry that he wanted a new tire for the car.
That's what you want, isn't it, son?
I guess.
Yeah, Dad, sure.
Larry said that was the thing to do.
Oh, okay.
He called Larry. Hey, Larry, can you send me a video message telling my son that
I really
he wants a tire for?
Really need a salad right now, buddy. I'm in a bad way.
Lionel says, tire ho!
See, Henry?
I love you. We'll get the tire. Thank you, Lionel.
Sounds just like my kid.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Tire.
He's bullshit.
The kid's from the room now is what it sounds like.
Yes. I told you he can
we've played that clip.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah. Anywho. No, what we've decided, and I get tired of her like outdoing herself with me. I was like, there are a couple things I specifically want to get you this year. I was like, you and we're adults. We've talked about this before, Jay. I'm an adult.
I agree. We're all adults.
I want something. I'm going to buy it. I don't need you to do it for me. If you want to do that, that's great. We're focusing this year on making it special for Henry. Yes, there will, of course, be Henry like picking out stuff for mom, Henry picking out stuff for dad. That's fine. That's fine. We just want to focus on the kid having a good Christmas and us keeping our sanity, because between a fucking tire and goddamn water pump, it's just like, it's honestly like kind of getting frustrating. It's just like we're starting to feel like we can't even come up for fucking air. You know what I mean? Like we just keep getting.
Have you started to sell your plasma?
Kicked in the nuts? No, not yet. So okay. I'm sure it's not. Things aren't that dire yet.
Okay.
So I got that going for me. Though I have had to sell plasma before in my life.
Sure.
You got to do what you got to do.
You do get a free cookie.
You absolutely do. And you can sit there and watch some weird movie on BET.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Or UPN.
Doesn't matter.
But no. How did you guys find the show before today? Because you had to have been aware of it, yes?
Well, yeah, I had the coloring book.
Right. But you had the coloring book. Did you know it was connected to a cartoon? Or
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't see it frequently, but I knew it was a thing because, you know, it was like a rerun type of deal.
You
I
catch it in
guarantee
syndication
that
packages and
that
shit?
coloring book had been out for a while, and it was on the clearance rack because I would have been probably 3 or 4 when I got it.
Okay.
So we're looking at 84, 85. This cartoon probably that's the end, right?
Yeah, that's about the end of the run.
So, you know, it was still out there, but not super prevalent. I was in my Smurfs phase.
I was in my Smurfs era.
I wasn't looking for the comic book heroes quite yet, but this was like my first exposure to them, I think.
Yeah.
That and the Spider-Man Atari game.
Oh, yeah,
God,
yeah,
but that
yeah,
was
yeah.
terrible. I didn't watch it when it came out. I don't remember that. I don't think I was aware of the solo Spider-Man cartoon. In my mind, it was probably just melded together.
Yeah.
With the And Friends, because I was aware of that, and I think I had like maybe a VHS like 20 years ago of it or something. But I was aware of it, and I never dug. I don't think I've seen every episode. I'm sure there's a lot of it I don't recall or have.
Sure.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it was fine. I think. Some of the adult themed stuff, like being turned on, and some of either shitty writing or like purposefully meta stuff, like I said, stuck out to me.
Yeah,
it was okay. It was okay.
It's
won't
fine for a
revisit
little
it.
kids
Yeah.
show. I'll watch every once in a while. Henry will get curious about it, and we'll turn on an episode, and he'll have a good time with it.
Sure, he did.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
You're either the best dad or the worst dad. It's only one of those.
Can I ask you a real question?
Please.
Do you think I'm a bad dad?
Not at all.
Really? No, you can be honest with me.
No,
If
you should.
You
no.
love that boy.
50% of being a parent is showing up, and you show up in a big way.
Do I for real?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Above
around your
and
kid all the
beyond.
time.
Thank you.
That's 50% of it right there, and then you do so much extra. No, you're a good dad.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I've been having some shit lately.
Well, I mean, the kid does swear up a fight. He swears like a goddamn sailor.
Well, have you met his mom?
I have.
I'm not much better.
Yeah.
Now, I discovered this in 1990. I discovered the Spider-Man cartoon and the Hulk cartoon all at the same time. There was a kid.
What a horrible weekend.
It was this was a fun weekend. This was third grade. And this new kid had moved I can't remember his last name. His name was Elijah. Now, I don't.
Jason, you remember Elijah?
I don't know.
Yeah, Elijah Richardson, I think was his name.
For a minute, I thought he was being serious because I'm that fucking blonde. I'm that fucking literal. Like, really? Was that so? He did continue to go on. Did you meet him at Central? No, I was gonna say I don't know if this kid stuck around in the East Peoria school systems because third grade was my last year in them. After that, after the end of third grade, I moved to Market Heights. But he was a new kid in town. We gravitated towards one another, like staying the night. He was cool.
Leather jacket.
No, he just
Sideburns.
Henry Winkler.
lots of A. As it turns out, he wasn't cool. He was fucking spoiled and kind of an ass.
Oh,
but like he had all sorts of Nintendo games. He had a shit ton of comics. I remember he was how I discovered that Ninja Turtles was a comic book, and it was to us through the lens of 8-year-olds, an older comic book, 1984 versus 1990, and it was black and white. So he had that. He had a shit ton of comics. But the night I stayed the night at his house, we went to the video store. And we rented a few things, and one of them...
Kentucky Fried Movie.
No, it was not Kentucky Fried Movie. But one of them was a VHS that had an episode of Spider-Man, an episode of Amazing Friends, and I'll never forget, I'm pretty certain it was the pilot episode that you were talking about, the Green Goblin one, and the Hulk episode was the one that had Quasimodo in it.
Oh.
I don't know how that stuck to... Not the Disney Quasimodo.
So not the Hunchback of... Notre Dame.
He was a hunchback.
It was a hunchback. It's just
today.
it wasn't.
It looked like shit.
It wasn't voiced by the guy that was in Amadeus.
Okay.
Falco
or Animal House, rather. So I distinctly remember watching. And again, this is 1990. The Impel Marvel trading cards are coming out. Marvel is like, I'm already in superhero mode because Batman was in 1989. then along comes like this wave of shit from Marvel. So of course I want to watch that. Of course I want to rent that. And we rented them again once we moved to Market Heights. Like I had a sick day or whatever, or long weekend, got to rent it for like a Thanksgiving weekend or some shit. So I was aware of it fairly early on. And then as I got older and got like issues of like Wizard Magazine and Toy Fair, learned more about it. Miss Lion often at the top of the list of like shitty second banana characters and what have you. But no, that's how I found it. I generally liked it. It's not super great, but
I've seen worse.
Yeah, I've seen Spider-Woman. I've seen New Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So, but unless anybody has anything else to say about these series,
I don't.
Okay, then we're going to go right to commercial, and we're going to be right back after these brief.
Tonight, Fox presents a world premiere motion picture from the creators of a hit comic book series, The X-Men, comes Generation X. They've got the power. They've got the technology. They're the new generation of superheroes, and they're coming to save the world. You can't win. I need some help out here, come on! Get ready for Generation X on the Fox Tuesday night movie.
On the next episode of Mutant X.
Freaks of the world, we have the power.
He's a mutant on a mission.
You need someone like me to shake things up a little.
A rebel wild for destruction.
You throw energy? I am energy.
The latest.
No! Nobody shuts me up!
Greatest threat to humanity.
It's time we put an end to his reign of terror.
And Mutant X.
Haven't you heard resistance is futile?
Sunday at 7 Eastern on WGN.
What a great Spidey double feature. I had fun talking about it.
Good. I'm happy.
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun in season 3, buddy.
You're so loose. I can't even comprehend it.
Do you see? Look at my shoulders. Look at this go. I'm like that group of white guys in Teen Witch.
You are. That's what I was going to say.
Top that.
I could tell.
Top that.
That's what they keep saying that.
Top that.
Top that.
That's
hey, Pop.
Robin Lively. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. You know, we're gonna keep this crazy train rolling. And we're gonna talk about a show that spins out of Amazing Friends. Hold on to your potatoes, as next week is monstrously good. Marvel. I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't either. I was waiting for the drop.
Marvel.
I don't know what that. Maybe you're too loose now.
Oh God, tighten it up. No, we're going to have a pretty good time with week 3 of Make My Marvel Month as we revisit 1982's The Incredible Hulk for NBC Saturday morning lineup. And it is a show that features one of my favorite opening sequences. I really, truly love the opening sequence.
Just the intro to the show.
Yeah, I don't know. I've talked about it before. I have this weird little... Would you call it an ism? I just like gravitate towards. Why
does he look at me?
Well, because
you know why.
Birds of you know exactly why the fuck I'm looking at you.
You said ism though, not tism.
Tism.
I don't know what kind of isms you got. You might have more than I'm aware of.
Oh no!
Chlamydia-ism?
Chlamydia, is that a thing?
You tell me.
I don't know, man. All I know is God bless the man who created Z-Pack.
Syphilism.
You have some
symbolism.
Some peccadillos.
Some peccadillos.
Supplemental syphilism.
Supplemental syphilis. No, it's opening sequence. I have a weird little thing of like having an appreciation for them, like Thundercats and Centurions and what have you. This is one of my favorites. I think it's very well done. So I'm looking forward to talking about it.
Incredible Hulk is on the loose.
Incredible Hulk is loose. Did it? Hear the roaring.
Hulky smash. I get it.
That's great.
Shooky Levy.
Listen. There's a couple plugs here. I didn't really get to do it last week. Every Monday, Dustin here, he puts together these tremendous mixes. It's Mashup Monday.
Yeah.
And if you play your cards right, you can start the week and start your day with us, and then you can have a nice little solid rock block. Anywhere between, 60 to 90 minutes, depending? Ballpark?
Yeah. Once Christmas is over, they'll revert back maybe to their 16-minute length. I'm going through my old DJ binders of CDRs and recreating some sets from
some
house
killer
parties
nights.
of past.
Oh yeah, I can attest that these babies, they're red hot.
What about your AM Gold? Is that coming up?
Ooh,
I was just getting ready to say,
yes.
and now this year on Wednesdays, you can now hear on the Drunken Lullabies feed Dutch's Jukebox,
Yes.
which is a compendium of 60s and 70s hits to go along with the Radio Rewind. So this is me looking at the songs debuting in 65 and 75 this week. Also, what was at the top of the charts, what was at the bottom, what was hanging around, and just taking a look at some music of the past. So now you got that on Wednesday. You follow it up with Radio Rewind on Friday, and you're going to hear the hit songs.
That's 60 years of music. What else do you want?
What the hell do you want? Okay, we're coming in hot, fast, and strong, loosey-goosey, Monday with Yesterdaze. And then we're supplementing it with, some rock-hard party jams. I can attest, rock hard.
Oh, a Dutch's Jukebox, clean. Not explicit.
And that's fine.
I watch my tongue on
sometimes you
that
need a
one.
sorbet. You need a
It's
sorbet.
the 60s and 70s. I feel I shouldn't be dropping F-bombs.
And it's more of you being a DJ.
Kind of,
It's
yes.
a one-man show for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's not as long as a radio.
No,
rewind.
1 hour.
Yeah.
I keep them at 1 hour.
It is. It's like a nice little programming block.
And that's a new thing that you're starting. You've backlogged God knows how many. I remember
You've been
months
working on
ago.
this since summertime.
The first quarter is already completed.
quarter.
Yes. Well, I don't know about you, but he sent me at least one during the summer.
Yeah, I sent it to Jason, too. I was workshopping it. A few
cutting
people got early promo copies. I wanted to get some thoughts.
You're like, check this out. I threw it on while I was cutting the grass, and I literally, you say AM, you seriously feel like you are listening to a particular programming block
and
during the
it's-
week of like your favorite radio station.
It's evolved over time. Sometimes I'm not so much as playing a character. I'm talking directly to you. Like you're in the
nice.
room with me, and we're listening.
I'm looking forward to hearing what
records,
you've come up with. Yeah,
It's very nice. That's Wednesdays, and then of course on Fridays, Radio Rewind is. Tyler consistent?
Yeah.
Okay.
For his late episode.
Okay.
By now he will be. Yes.
By now he will be. Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
So you have Jay. You two are the constants.
I have a glass half full. That's what or half empty. Is what I should say.
My friend, you got to flip that.
Well, we'll see.
You got to flip that.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Would you seize it?
I'm just trying to avoid booking two guests for the late show.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing.
At the very least, you are getting our dear friend Grace every other Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The Fridays in between, you know what? We're just going to see what happens.
It's a crapshoot. 1 week you got the three of us, and it was fine.
It was fine. It worked out fine.
The intro was good.
Mm-hmm. The intro, I'm not going to lie to you, buddy. That's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. I don't know where you drew your inspiration from, but God,
I do.
It had to be somebody just really putting their heart and soul into something.
Probably.
I don't know. Who's to say, really? But here at the end, we, of course, want to thank our producers, and that is going to be Mo, Patron Mike, Quip, Nostalgia Nate, and Allison Troy, the Retro Toy Princess. If you are in the position to help the show grow, won't you please consider being a patron? Patreon.com/Yesterdaze. That is going to wrap it up for Yesterdaze this week, but come back next Monday, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
It only takes a spark.